Welcome back to the channel. Today we're inside a competency hearing that shows how fragile the justice process can become when mental health, legal procedure, and high-stakes criminal charges collide. What unfolds isn't dramatic shouting, it's quiet, methodical, and far more revealing. Let's jump in.
Go ahead, sir. Good afternoon, Your Honor. We're asking for a competency hearing. It should not be too long.
And you have,
I'll stipulate to the curriculum vitae that was given to me about a half hour ago.
well, let me try to understand. This is the,
May we approach?
be
Helpful.
in a moment, but the drafter of the report is present.
Yes, sir.
Is this who's in Zoom or?
Yes, it's Ms. Jayasuriya.
Got it. Okay. All right. You may approach. All right. We're back on the record in the Jacob Halfacre.
Apologize, Judge.
No, it's okay.
I didn't want to use up the valuable real estate.
All right. Time and date set for the competency hearing in this matter.
Kenneth Overwater, Assistant Prosecutor.
Your Honor, Michael Vincent, on behalf of Mr. Halfacre, who's sitting next.
All right. People may call their first witness.
Thank you, Your Honor. This time the people would call Lauren Jayasuriya, who is present by Zoom.
All right. And hang on. Let me just pin you up here. Okay, there we go. All right, if you could please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, I do.
All right, we might want to try that again with your voice. Okay. Okay, can you state your name for the record, please?
Yes, Lauren Jayasuriya.
Okay, very good. Thank you. All right, Mr. Overwater, go ahead.
Thank you, Your Honor. Ms. Jayasuriya, to start with, could you please tell the court if you are what you do for a living?
Yes, I'm a clinical social worker at the Center for Forensic Psychiatry.
And where are you, or you're currently employed? How long have you been working at the Center for Forensic Psychiatry?
I've been working here since May of 2015.
And prior to your testimony today, did you send me a copy of your curriculum vitae?
Yes, I did.
Your Honor, I have here what I marked as People's Exhibit Number 1. Is everything in that curriculum vitae that you sent to me true and correct and accurate to your knowledge?
To my knowledge, yes.
Thank you. Your Honor, the counsel for the defense has already stipulated this is in fact her curriculum vitae. I would move to enter this into evidence.
All right, Exhibit 1 is admitted.
Would the court like to review it at this time?
Yes, I would. Mr. Allen?
Oh, he said Mr. Allen, you better.
He's over there chilling.
I don't know what he was. Thank you.
Ms. Jayasuriya, where did you attend your undergraduate college?
For undergraduate, I attended the State University of New York at Fredonia.
And what was your major?
It was psychology with a minor in sociology.
And did you take courses in the area? Obviously, you took courses in the area of psychology and leading into your social work profession?
Yes.
And when did you graduate and with what degree?
I graduated in May of 2006 with the Bachelor of Arts.
In what major? Psychology, you said?
In psychology, yes.
Thank you. And did you also attend graduate school?
Yes, I did.
Where did you attend graduate school?
I attended the University of Michigan, the School of Social Work.
And what courses in the area of social work did you take that are most relevant to the evaluation that we're going to talk about today?
I took different courses related to individual, like interpersonal social work, so doing counseling, different therapy models, and also did a class that was kind of focused more on diagnoses of mental conditions.
And when and with what degree did you graduate?
I graduated in December of 2007 with a master's of social work.
Do you have a license to practice your profession?
Yes, I do.
What is that license?
It's a license, Master of Social Work.
Is that a clinical master's in social work?
Yes, it is.
And when did you get that license?
I believe I became fully licensed, I believe it was in 2010.
And have you been fully licensed ever since 2010?
Yes, I have.
Have you ever testified as an expert witness in any other courts?
Yes, I have.
How many times?
Twice.
And do you recall which courts those were and approximately when?
I believe they were both in 2024. One was in Macomb County and one was in Roscommon.
Were those circuit court or district court, if you know?
That I cannot remember. I think they were both circuit court, but I cannot remember for sure.
And did you test, what was the issue on which you were offering expert testimony?
Competency to stand trial.
What are your present duties at the Forensic Center?
I serve as a clinical social worker. I work on a male admission unit. So part of my job is conducting individual therapy with my assigned patients, and patients are individuals who've been adjudicated not guilty by reason of insanity or incompetent to stand trial. So I do individual work with them. And for individuals who are IST, a lot of that work is related to restoration of competency. I also conduct group therapy and psychoeducational groups. As needed, family therapy. I conduct competency evaluations. I'm part of our dialectical behavior therapy program, so I also help facilitate a group. Part of my work with individual patients is developing and implementing their individual plan of services, which is a fancy term for treatment plans, and ensuring that other people on the treatment team are following the treatment plan objectives and goals. And also I have served as a field site supervisor for other social work interns and have assisted with the family education program. In addition to my clinical social worker job, I also serve as the unit coordinator on the unit that I work on, and that's the lead social work position. So I help to coordinate with treatment team members regarding the needs of the unit. I run unit government meetings, manage the unit budget, and purchase monthly meals that we have and various items for the unit. I maintain and update our unit census and our plan of service schedule. I assign new patients and complete required forms for new admissions. And I assist in training for new staff, and I've supervised new staff when completing their competency evaluations.
Thank you. What is your official title at the Forensic Center?
So I'm both a clinical social worker and unit coordinator.
Okay. And how long have you been performing these duties?
I've served as a clinical social worker since I was hired in May of 2015. And then I received the additional position of unit coordinator in December of 2021.
Now, with regard to evaluating for competency, how long have you been performing that particular task?
I've been able to conduct competency evaluations independently since 2016 after completing a year of training.
Can you describe for the court what that year of training was to qualify you to perform competency evaluations?
So during that year, there was a variety of different books and articles related to competency to stand trial that we were required to read. And then we had to attend small trainings and discussions about those readings and attend various other trainings in regards to competency. I had to view competency evaluations. So I was only required to view 5, but I viewed quite a few. I had to read competency reports, and then I had to conduct competency evaluations under supervision. I had to complete at least 5 under supervision. And then I had to watch mock trials. And our last part of that training is actually participating in a mock trial where we act as an expert witness.
And who oversaw that training?
So at that time, it was our social work director and my social work manager.
In the course of the time that you have been in this role, how many competency evaluations have you done?
I'm not sure of an exact number, but if I estimated, it would probably be around 80 to 90.
And in the course of doing those competency evaluations, do you do them completely by yourself, or do you confer with other colleagues at the Forensic Center?
So I conduct the evaluations by myself and I write the report by myself, but I do consult with the treatment team that's working with that same patient, get their observations, get their thoughts on the case, make sure I'm not missing anything, and making sure that I'm getting any pertinent information from them to form my opinion.
And who are the people that are on the treatment team?
So we have a variety of individuals. For clinical staff, we have psychiatrists, we have psychologists, we have nursing staff, we have other social work staff, we have recreational therapists, occupational therapists, we have our security staff as well. They're all part of the treatment team.
And your curriculum vitae indicates that you are a certified forensic examiner.
Yes.
Can you explain to the court what that means?
So that is after I completed that 1 year of training, I became the certified forensic examiner. So I'm allowed to do the competency evaluations independently.
And who provided that certification?
So it was technically the director of the Center for Forensic Psychiatry.
And again, that was based on the training that you did.
Correct.
Your Honor, at this point, I would move to offer Ms. Jaisaria as an expert witness in the area of forensic, psychology and the ability to make, to do competency evaluations.
All right, any objections from voir dire?
I like the board here.
All right.
Good afternoon. I'm Michael Vincent. I'm Mr. Halfacre's attorney. I have a couple of questions for you regarding. I read your report. On the last page of your report, it has your name and it has LMSW. What does LMSW mean?
So the MSW is my Master's of Social Work, and the L means license. So I'm a licensed clinical social worker with a master's degree.
So what is the difference between a LMSW and a LCSW?
So I'm not really sure of the exact difference. I know some people will get the CSW, but a lot of people end up just getting the LMSW, and my specialty is in clinical social work and more interpersonal work.
I understand that, and I've read your curriculum vitae. My understanding, and correct me if I'm wrong, but somebody with a LMSW, which appears you have according to the document I've read, has to work under the supervision of somebody with a limited clinical social worker, an LCSW. Am I wrong in that?
To my understanding, you're wrong.
Okay. The research I've looked into says that is the case, but you're telling me that is not the case.
Not to my understanding, but I may be wrong.
When you interviewed Mr. Halfacre, I'm not saying that it's right or wrong. I just want to make sure the evaluation is done correctly by a person qualified to do so. That's why I'm asking you these questions. There's nothing personal against you. You seem to be
understandable.
Excellent. Yeah. But you can't say for sure and whether or not a LMSW is qualified to do this unless they're supervised by LCSW.
No, we are qualified. LMSWs are qualified to conduct competency evaluations per the Michigan Mental Health Code.
And who qualified to?
So that was the qualification through the Center for Forensic Psychiatry with the training. And then I received the certificate for that completion by the director of the hospital.
Okay. And your license, do you have to get a license through the state of Michigan?
Yes, I do.
And did you get a LMSW license through the state of Michigan?
Yes, I did.
And did you get a LCSW through the state of Michigan?
No.
I don't have any other questions, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. Any redirect?
Is any licensed social worker qualified to do forensic or to do competency evaluations?
To my understanding, yes, if they're a licensed master of social work.
And then the additional training is above and beyond that?
Correct.
I have nothing further, Your Honor.
All right. Anything else?
Nothing else.
All right. May this witness be excused?
I'll stipulate that my client, from my respect, is competent to assist me in any further legal matters.
You will stipulate to.
As far as I'm concerned, he's competent.
Right, but you
I
don't
didn't say
have
it correct.
you don't have the degrees to
No, I don't, but I'll.
render that. But the report here, which I understand there's not an objection to the report, there may have been some objection or at least questioning of the qualifications to do the report and the evaluation. That this evaluation, the last evaluation that we have, has rendered that has indicated that Mr. Halfacre remains incompetent to stand trial.
No, Your Honor. The evaluation.
I have a new evaluation.
Dated November 21st, 2025, opines that he is now.
I need that report then, because I don't have it. The last report I have was received from October. This was the one that was supposed to get to it. This was the one in November that is indicating he's no longer incompetent to stand trial, so that he is competent to stand trial.
That is correct, Your Honor.
May I ask a couple of
And
questions?
you're agreeing with that?
I need to ask her a couple of questions.
Okay, go ahead, while I review it.
I'll go slow.
And what was this?
Could you read, ma'am? I can't pronounce your last name.
Okay, Jaya Saria.
I'll take your word for it. Could you read the last sentence in your report into the record?
In order to maintain Mr. Halfacre's current level of functioning, it is imperative that he continues his current medication regimen throughout the court proceedings.
Do you feel the Forensic Center has any obligations once the court proceedings are over?
Objection, Your Honor. Relevance.
What is the relevance of that?
Concern for my client and concern for his grandparents.
Well, responsibility in terms of what?
That he'll continue to take his medications. Is there a plan? Does anybody have an idea what's going on? Talking to him now, he's just a nice gentleman. But it took, I think, 3 months. He waited in jail for 8 months. And then 3 months at the Forensic Center. And he was medicated throughout that time. And he's now being medicated at the jail.
Right. But what does that have to do with CFP's? I mean, you're asking whether they have some responsibility.
Exactly. I may be wrong.
If you were housed there, certainly they would have some responsibility, but I don't know why once released from there, why they would have the responsibility.
If they don't, they don't.
And I don't think that that's a relevant question regardless. I mean, because I don't think that's an issue here, quite frankly. So I'm going to sustain the people's objection to that question. Any other questions regarding the report? And I've had a chance to go through the report.
None.
All right. Any other evidence to be offered regarding the findings?
No, Your Honor. I would just ask that the court officially note that the report dated November 21st is made a part of the record. I will email a clean copy to Ms. Wheeling for the court's record. There is some
fine.
of my notes on there.
It's interesting because the October 22nd one was received by the court, supposedly at least timestamped for November 4th. But this report we don't have, or at least is not in the file, let me put it that way.
But as long as that is made a matter of the record, Your Honor, then I have no further evidences with regard to Mr. Halfacre's competency.
Any other additional evidence on behalf of defense?
Nothing.
Court, upon the review of the report, would find that at this time that Mr. Halfaker is indeed competent to stand trial, would specifically indicate, based upon a review of the report, that the defendant can understand the nature and objects of the proceedings against him and can rationally assist in his defense. Therefore, the defendant is deemed competent. I do need an order to that effect, counsel. Prepared and filed with the court. Having found him competent, what do you wish for me to set this for?
You need a probable cause conference, John.
PCC. Then I'll set a probable cause conference in this matter. I'll set it for the 8th, January 8th, 2026, 9 a.m. or as your invite indicate, defendant's bond will continue.
Bond, I took this back in January.
What do you have as his bond? Again,
10,000.
his bond is currently set at 10,000 cash shared.
Thank you.
I'm gonna leave that in place.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I'll get that back. Ma'am, thank you very much for your testimony today. Do appreciate it. All right. And for
Thank
the
you.
wait-
Happy holidays.
Thank you. All right, and happy holidays to you.
Your Honor, I just emailed an electronic copy of that report to Ms. Weedling. That's all.
What you've just witnessed is not a victory or a defeat. It's a reminder of how complex the justice system truly is. This case didn't revolve around guilt or innocence. It revolved around something more fundamental: whether a person is even capable of standing in a courtroom and meaningfully participating in their own defense. Competency hearings are some of the most misunderstood moments in the legal process because they don't measure intelligence, attitude, or even cooperation. They measure capacity, the ability to understand the charges, recognize the roles of courtroom actors, and rationally assist an attorney. Throughout this hearing, we watched the court carefully examine the credentials of a forensic social worker whose job is to restore broken systems inside broken minds. Her testimony wasn't emotional, and it wasn't dramatic. It was precise, clinical, and grounded in years of training. From supervised evaluations to mock trials, from diagnostic coursework to real-world forensic treatment, her background is exactly what these cases demand. Yet even with that expertise, the process moved slowly. Reports were missing. Dates were misaligned. Evaluations had to be clarified on the record. This is not bureaucracy for the sake of bureaucracy. This is what caution looks like when the stakes are measured in human lives, liberty, and long-term mental health. Think about the timeline for a moment. 8 months in jail. 3 months in a forensic center. Medication compliance. Reevaluation. Then finally, a finding of competency. That isn't delay, that is the system trying to avoid a catastrophic error. The judge didn't rush. The attorneys didn't grandstand. And the forensic examiner didn't exaggerate. Everyone moved deliberately, because once a defendant is ruled competent, the machinery of prosecution begins turning again, and it does not stop easily. This hearing also exposes a truth most people never see. Being declared competent does not mean being well. It simply means the defendant has regained enough stability to understand what is happening and to participate in their own defense. It is not a cure. It is not closure. It is a threshold, one that must be crossed before justice can even begin. And now, the next chapter opens. A probable cause conference is set. Bond remains in place. The courtroom moves on. No shouting. No viral meltdown. Just the quiet weight of consequence. If there is a lesson here, it's this: the justice system is not built to entertain, and it is not built to be fast. It is built to be careful, because when it fails, it does not fail on paper. It fails on people. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next case.